Alright, what's up guys? So in today's video we're going to be talking about how to meal prep. And meal prep, there's a lot that goes into it, but once you get it down, it's really simple and it's super cost effective, because not only are you not eating like the crap that you would eat from like Chipotle, Subway, and all the fast food chains that are out there where you can't control the type of oils and the different preservatives that are going into your food, but you're also saving a lot of money and you're able to hit your macros for whatever goals that you have for fitness or health that you're trying to hit. So for example, the average person, at least for me, if I was eating out at lunch every single day of the week, which is 5 days a week, around like $15 per meal, depending on where you are, it might be more, it might be less. That's $75 at the end of the week. Okay, so that's almost $200 if you do that for the entire month if you eat out, that you're saving now, and you can reinvest into yourself, or you can put back into higher quality foods if you buy in bulk, which we're talking about today, from Costco. Okay, so first and foremost, what I like to do is I'll cut up chicken breasts right here. So this is like 2 chicken breasts all cut up. I like to make them around bite size. And when you're at Costco, wherever you like to get your chicken, as everything just crashes, this is gonna be $5.99 a pound, and it comes to around $31 to $33 usually, but that's because it's organic. All right, so another thing you guys want to work on is investing into your health. So buying more organic things that are not GMO, and there's all these like weird chemicals in them to keep them lasting longer, because your health is going to be your wealth, especially as you get older. So what I like to do, if we had coconut oil, what I would usually do is I would put it in like a pan like this. Just drizzle it around here, and then I put my seasonings, which I'll show you. I use these seasonings always. I have garlic powder. You have the taco blend, which is really good. Tastes just like a Chipotle taco sauce or something. And then your pink Himalayan salt. You can use whatever salt you like. Those are what I like to use. So yeah, you'll layer the bottom of this pan with coconut oil, and you can throw that in the oven at like 375 to 400 for around 15 to 20 minutes. And then you want to turn it and make sure that you have one of these, if you can get one. You can stick this in the chicken breast, plug this into a thermometer, a digital thermometer. It'll tell you when the chicken breast is ready. That way you don't have to like take it out and cut it, and then some of the heat goes out of the oven, and then you lose like track of like what's the temperature that it's at. Okay, so for this example though, I'm gonna just cook it in the pan, and I usually use this grass-fed butter, Irish grass-fed from Kerrygold. It's pretty good. It's a higher quality butter, but honestly any butter will do if you're first starting off, you're on a budget. So I'll wait till this simmers, and then I'll get back to you. All right, so you just kind of, according to what you like, drizzle your salt to your preference. If you like it extra salty, add some more salt than I just did. And then add some garlic powder or whatever seasonings you like. I like a lot of garlic powder. I like garlic a lot. As you can see, we got garlic in this cup right here. But that's for the broccoli. I'm gonna add this, get it nice and garlicky. And then last but not least, the taco blend. Kind of drizzle that on there. And I think there's actually a little bit of salt in here already, so I don't want to make it too salty. But that was kind of a lot. All right, and I'll put some pepper, a little bit of spice. So you get a nice little mix going. Make sure all the seasonings getting on both sides of the chicken. The sound is crazy. You see how it's like evenly seasoned now on both sides? Look at that, boom, boom. You can see that. I know there's kind of like a shadow there. But, all right, and then you want to wash your hands. So let me wash my hands real quick. What I'm gonna do is put all the seasoned chicken onto the pan. So yeah, usually like 2 chicken breasts that is this big from Costco. it's gonna take up most of the pan unless you have like a ginormous pan. I don't. Or this pan's actually kind of big, but it's still a lot of chicken. But it will shrink as it cooks. But yeah, so in 2 chicken breasts, you're getting around 60 grams of protein. And I try to eat like 2 chicken breasts for lunch every day. So my goal is to at least eat 220 to 250 grams of protein every single day in order to not only maintain my current muscle mass, but also add on to that since I'm bulking. So whatever body weight you are right now and whatever your ideal body weight is, that's how many grams of protein you should be eating. Okay, that's how much you should be adding to your diet. And if you can't hit that with just food alone, that's why there's supplements, that's why there's protein powder. So if I don't hit it with the supplements or the food I'm gonna show you right now, I do use protein mix and protein powder, creatine and all that to hit the extra macros that I need. So I messed up, guys. So I started the chicken first, but you always want to start the item that's gonna take the longest to cook first, like duh. So what you should be doing is cooking the yams or boiling the yams first. Obviously you gotta wash the yams, I almost forgot to do that. But you're gonna boil the water right here, and you guys should know what it looks like when it starts boiling, the bubbles start coming up. And then you're gonna sprinkle in a little bit of salt. You don't have to, but it helps with the boiling process and it tastes better. And then you'll drop in these bad boys. And yeah, the good thing about yams is a half a yam, which I try to eat per lunch when I'm meal prepping. That's 21 grams of carbs. It also has vitamin A, vitamin C. It has a lot of magnesium in it, manganese. So it helps you with your muscle recovery, your gut health. And there's a lot of fiber and B6 vitamins in there as well. So I really recommend that you try to add like a healthy carb along with your protein every single day. And this is what I meal prep before starting the week, so that I don't even have to worry about it when I'm going into my lunch day the next day and the days after that. Yes, it gets boring sometimes, you eat the same thing, but that's why there's dipping sauces. That's why you can kind of switch up how you prepare the yams. You don't necessarily have to boil them. What you can do also is, if you have an air fryer, you can throw them in the air fryer, a little bit of coconut oil and seasonings that you want. Press the button, or you can chop them up, make fries with them. However you want to make it exciting so that you eat it, that's what you want to stick to. All right, so the next thing we're going to prepare is the broccoli. Now I try to do a cup of broccoli a day. This is about maybe like 3 cups right here, so I should actually technically be making more right now. But it's the same thing with the chicken. You know, as the week goes on, sometimes like I'm waiting for these to thaw out, so that's why I only prepare 2 chicken breasts. Usually, and what I plan on doing later, which you guys shouldn't do if you're more organized than me, is have that thawed out the night before so you can do all 3 packets at once, which is a total of 6 chicken breasts you can have throughout the week. Chop that all up, get enough broccoli, but you get the point. So broccoli is really good for your prostate. It lowers the risk of your prostate cancer, and it also helps your gut health. I just dropped the bacon jam. But this is bacon jam, all right? This is cool. So this is my first time actually trying it. So I'm gonna use this as sort of like the butter that I can base the broccoli with, because broccoli can be kind of boring. So I did like, maybe like 3 tablespoons right there of this. And when I mix it around, and I got this from Good Ranchers, if you're interested in checking this out. Uncured bacon jam butter. So I'll kind of mix this around, and I'll wait for the butter to make like a nice little base. And in the broccoli goes. Kind of mix it around so that the butter distributes evenly on the broccoli. Another thing you'll notice I do is I cook with either wood, or I'll use a metal like pliers or something like this. I don't use plastic coated utensils in the kitchen. I try not to, because microplastics are terrible for you, and they've been linked to a lot of cancers that we have now. And I'm sure that there will be more of a spike as the years go on. And you know, a lot of people don't know about this information. You probably know about this because you're aware of these things that we talk about on this channel, but it's just something that a lot of people, they're still cooking with plastics, just eating out of plastics. So another thing I forgot to add is you want to add a little bit of water, because I'm trying to steam this broccoli as well. So kind of eyeball it, but that's as much water as you want right there. Love my garlic seasoning. Oh, I could add the garlic as well. Garlic's a really good antioxidant, so it helps fight the free radicals that we breathe in every day, because we literally live in very toxic environments, especially here in the US. With if you know, you know. I'm not gonna talk about it, but if you know, you know what they're trying to do. That's all I'll say. So you gotta fight against it. Boom, so the broccoli's ready right here. And then got the chicken set aside as well. Just waiting on the yams. And I'm about to show you what I do next. So the next thing you wanna do is, while your yams are cooking, you'll know they're done when you stick a fork in them, quite literally, and they slide off. It would be easier than that though if they're actually done. I could still feel that they're hard, that they haven't cooked all the way through. You can stick a fork in them before you throw them in the boiling water itself, so that the water gets absorbed within the center of the yam before it starts to boil. It just makes it easier in the future. Next thing we're gonna look at is putting some basmati rice. I usually do 1 cup or 2 cups of this. I'll try to eat 1 cup for lunch. It's a really great source of carbs. Where's my little cup? Oh, there it is. I'll usually do, so this is a cup right here. Shoot, all right, a cup right here. Do 1 more. Doesn't have to be perfect. Great source of carbs. In 1 cup, there's 210 calories, and there's over 40 grams of carbs. Okay, so this is 80 grams of carbs and 400 calories right there. I also use Berkey filtered water. Gets rid of, so you can plug in you can put your tap water in here, and it filters it through like this cylinder base, and basically it gets rid of all the extra things in our water, like the fluoride, all the chemicals that they put in there to basically keep you dumbed down. So let's say you want to do 1 cup of rice, you do 2 cups of water per cup of rice. So in this case, I'm doing 4 cups, since I did 2 scoops of 1 cup of rice each. Hope that made sense. And then put the lid on here. If you have a rice cooker, flip it down, or however you do your rice cooker at home. You can also cook rice in a pan as well. You know, you put the rice down, put some water in there, measure out your water and all that stuff. Put a lid on top of it, get it to a simmer, boil and all that, and then wait until it gets fluffy, the rice gets fluffy, and you can see how you like to eat your rice from there. It can either be soft or hard, depends on how you like to have it done. Do things your way. You don't have to copy exactly what I'm doing with all of these things, but if you meal prep like this, you will put on size, and you'll also eat a lot of healthy nutrients that will get you through the week in a caloric surplus. So you can build muscle much faster. You can build muscle much faster. So if you're someone like me that's always struggled to put on weight, this just like gets you in the zone of like, okay, like this is what it is every Sunday night or whatever it is the day before you go into work. This is just life now. Like this is what we do. We just meal prep, we get it all done, and then we portion all these things throughout the week in little to-go containers that you can bring to work, you can bring throughout your day, and just have access to, because you need to be constantly eating. You need to be eating till you're sick. and then supplementing protein shakes in between. I didn't even talk about you should be eating like 3 to 4 eggs in the morning. You can have some grits with that. Another great protein source as a snack, tuna, all right? You can find tuna at Target for $1, 99 cents literally, maybe even cheaper if you're in a different state besides California, or you can buy it in bulk like I do at Costco. 33 grams of protein in one of these things, and it's wild caught, all right? So the thing is also with wild caught tuna is, can you see it? Oh, it's upside down. There we go, boom, look at that. 180 calories, 33 grams of protein. You get your, you get your omega-3s in there as well, your fish oils, all of that helps you recover faster, all right? So helps with recovery, helps with your joint soreness. Easy, quick calories that taste good. That's what you need to be doing. Constantly eating, looking to, I even put spinach in my eggs as well because I want the sources of iron, okay? So look and see what you have right now in your fridge and what you need to add to it in order to hit, once again, at least 180 to 200 grams of protein per day. I try to do 140 to 160 carbs. I might even go over that sometimes because I'm really trying to bulk. And then the rest, you can kind of play with it, but you also want a lot of leafy vegetables, preferably organic because they're not sprayed with pesticides, okay? That's a big thing. So anything that has a surface to it, like broccoli, lettuce, cauliflower, spinach that's leafy, that can easily be sprayed with pesticides, make sure you buy it organic. And if you don't, literally take it and soak it in water that has baking soda or something where you can wash off the pesticides and leave it overnight and then wash it off after that, okay? So that's my tips for you guys. This is how you meal prep. Hopefully it made sense to you. Work with what you have now. Get it done before the week starts so that you don't even have to think about your meals. You can save that money and you can invest it back into yourself, whatever you're working on, and you're hitting all the calories and the proteins, the macros that you need to get the physique that you want. I love you all. Peace, I'm gone. So another thing I really need you guys to understand is if you're building a house, right, and you want it to have a solid foundation, what you have to do is you can't just have all the bricks there, right, laying around, whatever you're going to build a foundation with, the cement, the steel, the rods, the screws, all of that stuff can't just be sitting there. You actually have to put it to use, okay? So when I'm comparing this to building your body, what I'm saying is you can't just eat all the foods and meal prep with what I just showed you consistently without putting in the actual volume and intensity each and every time you go to the gym and you work out. And you should be working out at least 5 days a week, at least. Right now I'm doing 6. That's because I'm crazy and I want crazy results. And honestly, the gym has become something I hated. Being a hard gainer, someone that really struggled putting on muscle mass, to now it's sort of like a stress reliever. So I go there and I'm constantly challenging myself and pushing myself, and that's what I want you guys to get to the point of doing. All right, it should be almost like a sanctuary. I forgot who said that, but it's like the gym is like, it's like a church. Like you go there and any stress from the day, from the week, anxiety that you have, depression, whatever you're dealing with, your mental demons, you just push that through the weight that you're pushing. Okay, you exercise, you perform an actual exorcism. Each rep you push, you're pushing that demon out of you, pushing it. But once again, you can't do these things unless you can't build a house unless you actually pick up the tools and you put in the work. Okay, the food, your protein intake, all of those things, your rest, your recovery, your BCAAs, your L-glutamines to help with your muscle soreness, just you getting in enough water, enough 8 hours of sleep, all of those things is you taking the tools, which is the food, and actually putting it to use to build the solid foundation or the house which is your body that you're trying to build. Are you building a mansion or are you building a tent that can just get blown over in the wind if a breeze comes? It depends on what you're doing with the tools you've been given and which tools you're working to build your house with and how consistently you're working on your house, which is your body. It's all up to you. How bad do you want it? What house, what body do you want to build in a year from now, in 3 years from now, for the rest of your life? Because you only get one body. So what are you gonna do with that body that you've been given? All right, I'll leave that question up to you. Only you can tell yourself the truth or a lie about what you're doing to work on those things. Think about that. Think about it.